Made it to October here at the farm, and with the start of a new month comes the end of another season. That season being Soak City, shutting down for another year. It seemed like it just opened. I don't know, it's weird, and it even it stayed open for a lot longer this year, which it's unprecedented. It's never done, especially given how the summer didn't really seem to last very long. It's already starting to get a little bit cooler, especially at night. The water here never really warmed up. I didn't go that often, but the water was never really super warm here. I don't know, maybe in the middle of the summer it was. I didn't come in the middle of summer. Just wanted to give a shout out to Knott's secondary park and bid thee adieu for another year, because when the sun goes down now, the fog comes up. And when the fog is up, the monsters come out. And when the monsters come out, well, they don't know how to swim, so there's really no room for water slides at this point. Well, they are hard at work out here now. There's a lot of people doing a lot of different things on this side of the hotel. I'm wondering if they were just waiting for the opening of Scary Farm before they really decided to kind of go for it. This could be a good sign for things that actually are happening inside the park as well, because this means that maybe they were just kind of stalling to get the important things done first, that being the 50th anniversary, or probably their most important event that the park puts on every year. And now that they're done with that and that's kind of going, they can focus their efforts more on the stuff that they had been doing before. And this parking lot is well underway as well. I'm not really sure what's so different. I guess we can always go look at, it looks like they're chipping out all of the concrete, so they might be replacing everything here. Yeah, they're doing a full redo, full makeover of this parking lot. It looked like they were messing with the pipes, so I thought maybe they were doing something with the pool, which is still a possibility. They still could be doing something like that. But it looks like now they're going to get ready to repave, because they're starting to tamp. If you look, they've got the tamper. They're starting to tamp the dirt back down. I don't know what that pole is there. That looks new. Let's look over by where they were. Okay, so this big ditch is still here, and it's all the way. But you know what? This really isn't as deep as I thought it was. It starts here, but it still goes all the way back to the end. So I'm not sure if they were actually messing with the water pipes at all. It's still a possibility that that's why they have the pool closed, was because they're messing with the plumbing. Whether that's to, I don't know, increase water pressure to the little splash pad or what, I have no clue. But hey, they got the money for the renovation, so you might as well renovate everything, right? Still no timeline on when this is going to be open. Same thing with the restaurant. It still says late 2024, I think fall 2024 on the website.
Nope.
So we'll see. So it looks like Knott's was actually using this for their breakfast buffet instead of making people go all the way to Mrs. Knott's now. That's kind of cool. Make it outdoors. I can imagine it being kind of hot though, because they don't have those tents up. But that's not bad. I mean, it's good enough weather to where it's kind of a nice little different thing. You know, eat breakfast outside. Looks like they're also going nuts out here. A lot of different people. I wonder what's going to go in those little boxes. A lot of dirt too. They're moving a lot of dirt, a lot of big pillars. Are they building another floor for something? It's a new development there, and they've all got power to them, so they're going to be lights. But lights for what? They're really kicking it into gear. What did I used to say? Kicking it into high gear or something like that. In that hotel, there's a lot of people working there now, as to where it was kind of a dead zone through most of the summer. And like I was saying, I think maybe that has to do with, now that Scary Farm is underway, now they can divert their resources to other projects and keep other projects going. With that being said, let's go into the park and see if they're doing anything to Accelerator to get that thing going now. I also got word that throughout the store, throughout the park, and in the Legacy store, that they completely sold out of the lanterns for the season. So let's see if they replaced them with anything, or if they're going to keep the spaces blank, and if they plan on actually replenishing them at all. Well, this is interesting. This whole corner of the store is all dark. The lights are off, the sound is off, and a lot of the store is kind of turned off too. Kind of a weird vibe in here. Maybe it's because it's empty. But with all the lighting effects, the lightning and the thunder, it's just house music, low lighting. And this side of the store is kind of dead too. The ghost town display is turned off. It just seems kind of lifeless in here. Maybe because they ran out of lanterns, but there are no lanterns. The lanterns are all gone. They replaced them all with like mugs and stuff. Something else kind of funny I noticed when I was walking through the marketplace is they took all of the regular music that they have playing in this area, like the Chili Peppers song and the Beach Boys and stuff. That's all gone. So since Spooky Farm started, now it's all like child-friendly Halloween songs until they go to Scary Farm at night, when they have all of like the real spooky song playing over the PA system through the bridge and the tunnel and stuff. You sure about that? Seems to be a typical Tuesday. I actually got here a little after. It's like 10:45. Got here a little after the gates opened. I mean, it's not crowded by any means, but there are signs of life in the park, which is good. Screams can be heard on Silver Bullet, which isn't always the case. You know, I actually am very curious where the little rock monster was that was here last year. Oh, there's the fog sound. But there was a rock monster right there last year. And I guess he was there for a couple of years. And now I have no idea. Maybe I go around the park and try to find out where he is, if he's even around. Maybe he's seen his last days. It would have been cool to see him at the 50th anniversary, because apparently he was kind of a mainstay for a little while. He should have been in the Music Monsters and Mayhem show as one of the hosts. What's going on with that? And it doesn't look like we're gonna get the skull on top of the mountain there this year. Speaking of things that are gone now, that's interesting, because that's kind of an iconic little landmark for Scary Farm and Spooky Farm. Nobody said anything about it. I haven't heard anything about it. I know people know that it's gone. So the ghost town music with the spooky zombie noises that gets the intermittent fog every once in a while is really loud over here. Speaking of the fog, it also looks like they've moved some of these walls back. I guess they concreted over here by Charlie Brown's little statue. This is where the park used to be. So it looks like they pushed this back a little bit to where I think this is where the dirt actually started, right? So they left all the concrete up. It's not new. None of that is new. Some of this fencing is new though. I'm wondering now, they're going to keep this like this, which is cool. And maybe this is going to wrap around the queue for whatever's going to go here next. Still no official word on what it's going to be, but everybody's still saying family coaster of some sort. That's what I'm hoping for. Something to kind of have moms and dads go on the roller coaster with the kiddies. It's kind of something that this land needs, is a family coaster like that. That's not as intense as Sierra Sidewinder, but something that the parents can fit in. That's a little bigger than Timberland Twister was. To be continued on this front. This bridge is still closed too. I'm wondering if they're finally going to fix that other side so they can open both of them up again. Because that side's been down for like over a year, and it's just been this one. This one has been the only one that's been open. This one has been, if you look, you can see the barrel kind of sunk under the thing. And they just kind of let it go, and they just had it kind of blocked off over there. So I'm wondering if now they're deciding, okay, let's just get it fixed so that we have traffic not clustering up around there. We can have people go up this way and back this way, or however they did it before. So I know they ripped these benches out to make room for queue space for the chilling chambers, but the question is when it's over. Are they going to put these back? Because it looks like they just straight ripped them out of the ground. I don't know how, unless those are plugs of some sort. But these are all, I mean, it looks like they just cut them straight out of the ground. And this is still, you know, walled off, but I expected this to be walled off for the entirety of Scary Farm season. They're removing all of the, if you look, they're removing all of the props from the backstage. So music goes around won't be the next thing that's shown here. But I mean, there's still hope for maybe they keep this as a full standing auditorium to get people up and moving for like a holiday sing and dance along thing. Like, you know, Charlie Brown, the Peanuts Gang are famous for their Halloween or their holiday specials, and the Charlie Brown Christmas was one of the bigger ones. So it's possible, because they haven't done anything else to change anything over here. You know, the sound booth is still there. It's unobstructed, obviously. I think if they were going to pull something from here and use this space for something else, they would have taken these tents out probably, because you don't need these at night. These are to block sun. And they would have taken them out the same way they took out all these benches. That being said, I'm just having a conversation with myself as to what the next thing here is actually going to be. And I know a lot of people said that this is usually how they do airmail, but it's been gone for a very long time. Was it that broken? I thought it was just a straight refurb. I didn't expect it to be gone for months at a time. Are they going to use this area for something else too? And Snoopy's dressed up for the occasion. I wonder if anybody else is dressed up over in the Roaring Twenties area. She is indeed dressed up. It's Lucy today. She's dressed up in her Halloween costume as well. Everybody's feeling festive. I may end up doing something that I haven't done yet. Alright, so I went with the prosciutto, the decomposing pizza. It's got all kinds of weird colors on it, but we're going to try it anyway, see what happens. For some reason, this doesn't taste like normal pizza crust. Whatever this crust is so friggin' good. If you don't mind, I'm gonna eat like a pig. Don't worry, I got a salad too. I went into the Fog display show again to see if that piece that was the art of the park, but as Scary Farm. And it's exactly what I have hanging on the wall behind me in my office, but the Scary Farm version. And I didn't even see it until after the original had sold. So I was like, well, I can do with a print. Maybe I can buy a print and find a way to blow it up or something. The prints are all sold out too. So if anybody knows, anybody that has a print of that art, or if anybody knows who bought the original, please tell me, because I gotta have it. And now I'm frustrated. So I've never seen the Sky Cabin closed for this long. It's been closed for a few weeks now, basically since Scary Farm opened. I know that they have their times for refurbishment and stuff. And there were times during the summer that it was actually shut down a lot too, which is kind of a shame, because that's like one of the last refuges for air conditioning when the park gets really hot back here. But it's kind of a shame that that's been closed for so long. I know it's on the list of shutdown rides, so they're obviously planning on reopening it. And it's kind of a sucky thing to, like, where the park is right now. Every time something closes, you have to like wonder, is it going to come back or not? Because nowadays we just don't know. And if I can't get that art, I'm just going to take this poster. Your move, Knott. And this segment is going to be short and sweet. I'm mad at you, Accelerator. I'm just very mad at you. Tell me what is going on. Oh, get wrecked, every other theme park in California with this view. Get wrecked. And if you haven't seen this yet, oh man, let me know how it is, because I also have not seen it yet too as well. I'm gonna go ahead and make a big bold statement here about Montezuma. And I personally, I know a lot of people are really starting to worry about the future of this ride because of so much history, and you know, it's involved in a lot of people's past and upbringing with Knott's Berry Farm. Precedes the Cedar Fair days and those beyond that. Here's my thing. I don't think you have anything to worry about. I think what they need to do is they need to figure out what they're going to do with the rest of the park. They've got the stuff going on in Camp Snoopy and all this other stuff going on with Accelerator. They need to figure Accelerator out first. Get that done, because that should be going now. That was supposed to be going, but it's not. So because of that, you know, you're going to have a delay here as well. You figure out what you're going to do here, and then you move to this ride. I don't think we have anything to worry about here, because think about this. What else could you possibly fit here? This is the smallest footprint of almost any thrill ride in this park. You can't take this out and put in anything of this caliber. It's long, it's skinny, it's a single rail, and people love this ride. There's nothing you can replace this with, as far as any sort of thrill ride or anything like that. I think this is the biggest decision that Cedar Fair is going to have to make, and with this decision, we're going to ultimately find out which direction the company wants to send the park. So far, I think everything they've done has been good. I love Fiesta Village. I agree with what's going on in Camp Snoopy. I think that park desperately needed a little bit of a change. And look, you know, whatever's going on with Accelerator, now I guess it's a braking system that failed. So now they got to get parts for that. That ride is just a cursed ride. I don't think it has anything to do with Cedar Fair. They just want to make sure that they get it right, so that when they reopen it, they don't have to shut it down again. So this isn't their fault. Things happen. I don't think they should have started such a massive undertaking with everything all at once. Montezuma should have been able to open with Fiesta Village. That is on them for hiring the company that they did and dealing with that issue. But this is like being stuck in the mud with nothing to help pull you out. You've got to pull yourself out of this, whether forward or backward. And like everybody's been saying for weeks now, at this point, any movement is the right way. If you're going to take it out, tell us. If you're going to finish it, tell us. Something. Anything. Anything. Nice try, Virginia's. Yeah, it looks like those lanterns is gone. So if you didn't get one, I'm sorry. If it makes you feel any better, my battery ran out and I still haven't replaced it. There's a lot of people in Camp Snoopy today. I think it's another Jewish holiday, or something that's being observed. I'm not sure. Knott's is normal, and sometimes normal is good. Sad to see Soak City go, especially on a day like this where maybe a water slide wouldn't be such a bad idea. It's a little warm today.